son of a person who was already a terrorist. So later on he joined Al Qaeda. So hey guys, welcome back to the new video. The video number 3. In this we will learn about the list of significant acts of unlawful interference, and this is the module going on of aviation security. So let's start this particular thing, because this is very important, and you must know if you are if you're a lover of the aviation, if you want to go to ground star, or else if you get into the cabin crew stream, this is very important to know. So the first is on the list we have is the first hijacking in the world. The first recorded aircraft hijack took place on February 21, 1931 in Peru. The pilot Richards was approached on the ground by the army personnel or the armed revolutionaries. He refused to fly them anywhere, and after a 10-day standoff, the Richards was informed that the revolution was successful and he could go in return for giving one group member a lift to Lima. So after that, it came to know that after a 10-day revolution, but a 10-day standoff, everybody stood there only, and after 10 days they came to know that yes, everything is perfectly fine and you can just go back. And the problem was that once the pilot landed, he was approached by the ground army people, and they said that you have to go wherever we say, but that person, the pilot, refused. So after 10 days, everything was perfectly fine. So next we have on the list is the first hijacking in India. That was the world, and now we are talking about India, which happened on the 30th January 1971. The first hijacking in India occurred in 1971. An Indian Airlines flight from Srinagar to Delhi was forced to fly to Lahore by a former associate of Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front. All the passengers were released, but the aircraft was blown up. So everything was perfectly fine from Srinagar to Delhi, but the aircraft was blown up, but all the passengers were they were in a perfect condition, you can say. So next on the list we have June 1985, which is Kanishka tragedy, Air India. This is very important. Air India flight 182 operating on the Montreal-London-Delhi route on 23rd June 1985. The Air India airplane named after Emperor Kanishka was blown up by a bomb while in the Irish airspace, crashed into the Atlantic Ocean over Cock Island. So what happened actually, when it was flying over the Irish area, means it was in that particular country, it was blown up, right? And it crashed into the Atlantic Ocean over the Cock Island. So almost 329 people perished, means were dead, including the crew members. The incident was the largest mass murder in the modern Canadian history. The explosion and the downing of the carrier occurred within an hour of the related Narita airport bombing. So it was done actually by the Khalistani people. So if you want to go more deep, please Google it and you will understand the basic scenario and the idea I've already given you. So next on the list we have 2nd April 1986, which was TWA Rome Athens bombing. A seed bomb exploded on TWA 840 flight while descending at Athens, Greece. Descending means it's going down. The bomb, which was less than 1 pound, was triggered by a countdown battery, means 3, 2, 1, and it bombarded. The attack killed 4 US citizens who were sucked through a hole made by a blast, although the plane landed safely. What happened when the the blast occurred? There was a damage in the aircraft, the body of the aircraft, and through that it was those 4 people were sucked outside, and they were dead. Obviously, if you are thrown out of that particular height from the aircraft, so obviously you will die, right? But what was good apart from these 4 people, everybody was perfectly fine and the aircraft was landed perfectly. So next on the list we have December 21, 1988, Scotland. Pan Am flight 103 departing from Frankfurt to New York was blown up in mid-air. Mid-air means on the air, means the aircraft was in the as per your conversations, like as your understanding, it was in the clouds. So killing all 259 passengers and another 11 people on the ground in Scotland. 2 Libyan agents were found responsible for planting a sophisticated suitcase bomb on board the plane. So means there was there was a suitcase in which the bomb was planted, and there were 2 Libyan agents were found responsible for that, and they did that whole act. So the next on the list we have very important, that is 24th December 1999, hijacking of IC 814. IC-814 aircraft bound for New Delhi was hijacked from Kathmandu. It had 188 packs on board. The plane denied landing at Lahore and was diverted to military base in UAE. The aircraft eventually landed at Kandahar. One Pax Mr. Ripan Katyal was killed in UAE. If you know that this movie, I guess there was a movie also in regards to this, in which he was a person who started, being rude with the hijackers, and that was not liked by them. The main reason of hijackers in this, up to which I have the knowledge, that the hijackers were not interested to kill any of them. They just wanted to rescue their particular person who was in the in the remand of the army. So that's the reason why they did all that. That's why the only person was died, which was Mr. Ripan Katyal, and who was killed in UAE. So firstly they were asked to land at Lahore, but at the end of the day it landed in military base in UAE. So now we have on the list is 24th July 2001 Colombo Airport attack. The Colombo Airport attack was an assault by the Liberation Tigers of Tamil alum on the international airport on July 24, 2001. 8 Air Force planes, 3 Air Lankan Airlines aircrafts completely destroyed, and 3 Air Lankan aircrafts were damaged. The attack was one of the boldest the LTT has mounted during its war with the Sri Lankan government, and had a profound impact on the country's military economy and airline industry. So if you want to go more into depth, you can just Google it, right? So I'm just telling you those things which are very important. 22nd December 2001 shoe bomber. Shoe bomber means the person who is going to attack in has a bombs in his or her shoe. On December 22, 2001, passengers on American airline flight 63 from Paris, France to Miami, Florida complained of a smoke smell in the cabin shortly after a meal service. So there was a person who complained about a smoke smell, because it's not allowed. There's a smoke detectors in the aircraft in the washroom. So one flight attendant, thinking she smelled a burnt matchstick, means somebody burned it, walked the aisles of the plane trying to access the source. So that person was trying to understand where the smell is coming from. A passenger pointed to a Richard Reed, the person who was really the culprit, who was sitting alone near a window and attempted to light a match. He was trying to do that stuff, but he was fortunately not successful. So if you want to go more depth, that you will come to understand that this person was a son of a person who was already a terrorist. So later on he joined Al Qaeda. So next on the list we have is 28th November 2002 Arkia Airlines Mombasa Tel Aviv. Arkia Israel Airlines flight 582 took off from Moi International Airport, Mombasa, Kenya, when shortly after takeoff the aircraft was shot at by 2 surface-to-air missiles which narrowly missed the plane. The pilots decided to carry on with the flight and landed the aircraft safely at Ben Gurion International Airport, Tel Aviv, Israel. The attack left 2 trails behind the left wings. Passengers on the flight reported seeing small explosions before the aircraft rocked slightly. So guys, these were all the important and very important things which you must know, because if you are a aviation lover. So guys, thank you so much for this particular video. I will see you in the next video with a fruitful knowledge. Till then, bye bye, take care, God bless.